Yo, welcome to DeFi Crypto and Airdrops. And today I am your host in this solo episode as Mike is away enjoying his weekend out of town with his lady. So Mike, we hope you have a great weekend. And yeah, welcome to DeFi Crypto and Airdrops. And today we will be diving into the Plume Mainnet launch. So Plume Genesis is now live. Plume real world asset blockchain network that just went live the other day, and we are going to go over the Plume portal where we will show you how to earn in the Plume network ecosystem. And this is mainnet, so we're not doing testnet stuff today. So we will dive into that when Mike gets back on Monday. So I have some testnet stuff to update everyone on, but yeah, welcome everyone. Wait, I know it's a little slow Saturday, but where am I streaming from? Let me make sure I got the chat going. Sack Nasty, welcome. But yeah, Plume, well, before I get into that, our socials, you can check us out at DeFi Crypto Airdrops on YouTube every Monday and Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we go live, just talk about DeFi, airdrops, and all crypto related stuff. You can check out our brother channels here and my channel. And we got a lot of good stuff. We had great Kita deep dive, a two-parter last week. So check that out. I know a lot of people have been earning quite a bit off the Kita DeFi liquidity pools. And yeah, y'all been crushing it. You can follow Vet, even though he's out today. Follow him at Veteran4Crypto. There's a lot of good DeFi stuff, man. A lot of good DeFi stuff. So check out his DeFi rules right here. Great rules to live by when you're in the DeFi world. And you can catch me at the BCR142 on Twitter. Make sure that we're still streaming. Okay. So this is our Twitter account for DeFi Crypto Airdrops, the_only_DCA. Sorry, I need to zoom this out a little more. Yeah, I'll check these out. Make sure you're following the right accounts. We will not message you asking you for to invest your money or anything like that. If you feel that anyone is being suspicious or spammy, DM us or reach out to us. Also in the Discord, we have a Discord. Let me pull that up. The Discord right here, the DeFi Crypto Airdrop Discord. I did share something in here that was a little health tip. So I promised, who's it, Black Ice or Jay, that we would cover what this is. So one of my health tips, I'll start doing some health tips, throughout our journey, but one of my favorite things is hydrogen water. So hydrogen is great for your cells and just cleaning up impurities and reducing inflammation, all kinds of health benefits, right? So what I do is I'm making hydrogen infused water, and these are magnesium rods. And what you do is when these magnesium rods are mixed with malic acid and hot water, it creates a reaction of hydrogen. And this water is infused with hydrogen. And I'll take some of this with a mason jar in the morning. So I'll take a mason jar in the morning full of water, half filled with this, and a lemon cube or some lemon juice or fresh squeezed lemon, sea salt, and chlorophyll. And this is a powerful health boost. You want to hydrate yourself first thing in the morning. After you've been sleeping all night, you're dehydrated. So getting a whole glass of water, 32 ounces, if you can, first thing in the morning will supercharge you. And the hydrogen infused water, you can follow one of my favorite health people, Dr. Stephen Cabral. And he goes into a deep dive, and what it does is it's called a selective antioxidant, where it will only attack bad cells. So if you have, dare I say, cancerous cells, cancer can't live in an environment with oxygen. So hydrogen will infuse the cells with oxygen and just clean up everything and can force cancer cells into killing themselves. So I don't want to, make claims here, but I've been drinking this stuff for years and it is amazing. And the chlorophyll is basically the blood of plants. And chlorophyll, the molecular structure, is very similar to our heme, the blood. Heme is our blood, and iron makes it red. And in chlorophyll, magnesium makes it green. So what chlorophyll can do is help cleanse your blood. Basically, it's like coming in and giving you plants energy and life force, and it's pretty similar to our own blood, so it can have a whole host of health benefits as well. So having this stuff in a morning routine is game changer. So just a little health hack tip for today. I hope that all of you have a great life, long life, healthy life, happy life. But let's dive into some stuff. I want to touch on not just Plume, but there's a project that I really, really love. Is called Infinex. I'm just going to kind of touch on this real quick before we dive in. Let me check the chat. Oh, what's up? What's up? Welcome, everyone. Oh, you slammed that and CBD. Yeah. The CBD, THC. And the combination of THC and CBD is also important too, because you can have CBD by itself doesn't always work the way it's intended. You want that a little bit, even a low dose of THC mixed in with it can help it activate. Or I don't want to say activate, but it kind of works in synergy together. Ned hemp oil. Ned makes a product called it's called Ned, but it's pure hemp oil. Doesn't have any THC. It's just really good quality CBD product, but it's full spectrum. It has all the CBD terpenes and stuff. Yeah, you want the full spectrum. I don't mind if I live to over 100, especially if we have these advances in medical technology that can help prolong life. But I don't want to be debilitated. I do agree with you there. I don't want to be debilitated at the end of my life. My aunt and uncle are in their late 70s, and they're planning for, when they have to go into an old folks home and all this stuff. So they're, kind of planning and making sure they have money to last those years. But that's a whole, at these different stages of life, it makes you really think about what's important and what matters and what your risk tolerance is. Because I was showing them all this stuff, my Plume liquidity pools. I was teaching them last weekend, and they were just kind of blown away, and they can't risk putting their money into crypto because they're in their 70s, so they don't want to risk losing, what they have. But I was teaching them, just put a little bit in, maybe 0.5% or a few $1,000 if they want, and then see. But anyways, let's dive into Infinex. So Infinex, I've done some videos covering this, and basically they're building the crypto everything app. And Infinex, you can log in with what's called these passkeys, or you can create an account, and I think you can use your email. I don't remember if it uses a login. Let me just create. I don't want to create another account if I don't have to, but I have a password manager that saves a passkey, and that way I don't have to use my wallet and risk it getting hacked. And here it's basically a portfolio manager where you can deposit Ethereum or EVM tokens from a host of different networks. These are supported networks right now. And this is the Ethereum address associated with it. And you can also deposit Solana assets in here. Now, the cool thing about this portfolio manager, or not just a portfolio manager, is this switch. So it's a swap and bridge feature. And what you can do is I can swap my Pengu from Solana to ETH on Blast if I wanted to. So you can swap assets over to Ethereum from Solana and so forth. And the slippage, you're not losing too much, less than 50 cents, less than, was that 40s? About 41 cents. So what you would spend on a normal bridge, bridging assets or sending assets, you're saving a lot here. And what they're doing is these airdrops. So Infinex has this YAP to earn or YAP run where you can earn tokens from talking about Infinex on social media, creating posts, all kinds of stuff. So there's 4 seasons, 6 million in rewards. And what they did was, the only way I got this was, and I think it's like $7 now right here. It was $10, but they sent me a message on Twitter and said that they manually reviewed my account and determined that I did enough to qualify for $10, which is cool because they didn't have to do that. But I have been posting about it and how it's used or how to use it, how to send tokens to and from. And I'm taking my airdrop stuff and I'm putting it on here whenever I get them just to keep it out of my other wallets. So you got this swidge, which is pretty cool. Saves you a lot from bridging and accessing, your tokens other places. They got your activity, shows the airdrops. There's an earn where they're doing liquidity staking. So there is a DeFi portion to this that they are going to be building out. So we will be getting into this down the road because I want to see more liquidity pools being implemented in here. Because I would like to move all my stuff on here, or most of my stuff on here if I can. But these are different liquidity or liquid staking pools. So you got some for Solana. And these are the different protocols: Jupiter, Drift, Marinade, Helios, Jito, Bybit. So pretty cool stuff. And they have this game called Bull Run, right? And in order to play this, you have to have $250 in your portfolio. So it doesn't matter what assets you have as long as you have 250. Oh yeah, and this vault right here. So this vault provides more control and transparency and on-chain recovery options for storing your tokens. So this on-chain funds recovery doesn't require the Infinex platform. So you can recover it without the platform. Supports EVM and Solana, user-controlled upgrades, and you can move stuff from your wallet to your vault, selecting whatever tokens you want. I can move that over, and it just provides more security for your assets. So Bull Run, which is really cool. So this is a game, it's a card-based game where it features the top 30 cryptocurrencies. And each day you play a 5-card hand from your card collection, and score points based on the market price movement of the tokens each card represents. So each game lasts 24 hours, and there are daily, weekly, and seasonal prizes. And if you are in the top 2,500 players, split 1 million bulls. So this point, I think it's the Bulls points. Where is it at? Right here, Bull Run prize points. So the top 2,500 players each day will split 1 million bull points, whatever those accumulate to or translate to later on. I don't know. But it's a card-based game. It's pretty fun because it's kind of a weird strategy, right? And there's a whole scoring-based system and stuff. But basically, you pick your card pack each day, and it adds to your collection. And these are all the cards that I have so far in this. These are multiples of the same card. And when you open the pack, now you pick, depending on the market movement. I haven't really checked the market. I briefly looked at it, but I'm just kind of doing this for fun. I'm not, the hell? I think it's a little slow. So if you pick two of the same card, the second card has a 50%, minus 50% drop in points. So there's certain strategies. You pick your cards. There's stable coins that you can pick that don't have any movement in points or any point accumulation. So if the market drops, you want stable coins. That way you're not losing points and you'll be higher in the leaderboard. And you can see other players' cards. I think my computer's running a little slow right now. So yeah, and you can lock these cards, but a pretty fun game. But Infinex, if you just want another portfolio manager instead of relying on a crypto wallet, this is a great way to go because I can send funds to and from my Coinbase address right in here. And you can save your recovery addresses. So easy way to swap and bridge, especially. This feature is great. Now, let's dive into the meat of this. Plume, we are finally here. We are finally here with the Mainnet launch. So they have the Plume portal where you can earn these Plume points, and we will participate in this. If anyone has gotten the Plume airdrop, you can claim from here. And they're going to be doing seasons where you can earn these Plume points by completing these quests and leveling up in the Plume ecosystem. And remember, they are backed by BlackRock, Blackstone. They got some good, heavily backed peeps in the space. Now, if my wallet would like to work. So I'll show you some hacks. I'll show you some hacks on bridging into the Plume network because I know some people were having some issues that they didn't want to bridge from Ethereum, or if they did, it was going to be painful, like $3 or $4. So I'll show you the layout. Here's the home. There's the bridge, swap, stake, level up, explore, all that good stuff. And I noticed my computer getting tax heavy trying to run these images. Come on now. I need to upgrade my PC soon because this thing is just whining. Because I need to disconnect. Okay. Oh my gosh. When your computer's slow, everything's lagging. Maybe I need to try from my other. My other browser might be a little faster. Nope. Maybe. All right. Yeah, I got multiple profiles on my browser for different airdrop hunting stuff. So let's try this. Let's try this browser. And sometimes the different profiles will work faster. Yeah, and Jay, I can definitely take a lot more risk now that, well, kind of. Now that I'm single again, I am saving money by having my rent be less and bills, but I can only rely on myself. I don't have a partner to rely on the bills, and that I really need to make sure I hone in my DeFi stuff, because I have to take 2 months off at the end of the year for work because my contract, and November, December, I'll be on unemployment because I won't have a job for a few months. But yeah, it's I guess a law for a 2-year contract. They require 2 months of downtime. So I'm trying to push all the risk I can right now and squeeze out this juice in these DeFi pools. Now, I've been in the Plume pool on Uniswap, the Plume USDC, and I didn't want to move that onto Plume yet. And I do have some, I have this $100 in this Plume position on a Rooster protocol. So that's the only liquidity pool I'm in right now on Plume, but I'll go into kind of the layout. So you got your stats, this Plume staking offering, bridge, swap, stake, all that good stuff. And here's the different protocols. But what we will do, you check out the airdrop down here. Oh, airdrop season. So I got a boost for claiming on the Plume Network, and I can claim more in the 90-day time frame. Accelerate with usage. So if you didn't get any of the airdrop, I know I was on it early. Here's some airdrop claim stuff, and they have a daily spin where it costs 2 Plume to spin, and you get these rewards. Ghost is no reward. Thunderbolt or lightning bolt is 10-day streak. Number of consecutive days you spun the daily wheel. This one's Plume PP. You want some Plume PP? The random amount of PP awarded at midnight. But you know we love that midnight PP. Oh, raffle tickets, win raffle tickets, 8 times your daily streak. Plume tokens and different weekly prizes. And you can add those tickets to earn these prizes: a BYD Seal, fully electric sports sedan, Apple Vision Pro, a drone, Nintendo Switch 2, all this fun stuff you can add your tickets to. I've been spinning. Now, was this 7? Oh, I didn't spin yesterday, did I? Nope. Sad. Oh man, I almost got the Plume. Dang. Okay. Oh no, I did spin. I got the Plume points. Yeah. Dang, so close. So close. All right. So here's the leaderboard. See how you compare. Not doing great, but I'm just kind of doing this to earn the badges. I don't really care about the leaderboard. Now, here is your profile. Shows your assets, Plume points, activity, all this good stuff. Invite friends. So my invite link, I don't know what this is. Blue Twinkling Environment 609. Damn, I'll take the 609. I'll take the 6 and the 9 for sure. That space in the middle can come out though. Oh, what up, Deadwood? Welcome, welcome. Mike is at Shane Gillis' show tonight with his lady in LA. So they're enjoying a wonderful time away. So shout out to enjoying time. And that's one thing I'm doing tonight is taking myself out on a nice little date to the city. Nice little restaurant with some live music. So yeah, excited for that. And all right, so we will explore the Plume ecosystem, actually level up right here. So this is where you want to start getting set up in the ecosystem. And that's where these badges come into play. So you can hover over the badges and see what it takes to complete. Oh, potted luck, 3 no lucks of the daily spin in a row. So you have these different roles that you can get, different badges, Discord roles, moderator roles, interacting with at least 3 dApps in the DEX category, interact with at least 3 dApps in the earn category, has had or has a Nest token in their wallet, jet setter, all this stuff you can dive into. But what we can do is go here to level up and get set up with essentials to utilize the Plume real world asset finance ecosystem. Step 1 is bridge to Plume. And you can do this natively on the Ethereum network, or they have a relay bridge where you can bridge from other chains. You can just bridge from base and bridge a certain amount right here. Now, you might lose more, so I recommend gas.zip. Gas.zip is amazing, amazing. So even bridging over to Ethereum, I don't spend more than $1. And bridging from Ethereum, I don't think I've spent more than $1. But what it is sending only gas token. So whatever network or whatever gas token that network takes, like Plume, you're using Plume token, it will convert that. So what I'll do is, and these are just set amounts. You can send like $2 from, this is where you're going from. I know it says inbound, but they have this wrong. So this is the network you want to send from, and you want it to go to Plume, right? But in order to get this completed, I think you have to use this feature right here. But you can still bridge from other networks like Base, but I think it will cost a little more. So I would send a little bit from here and send the majority of your amount. I don't know why it says 1,000, but I'm only going to send $2 over. So that will convert Ethereum to Plume, to the Plume network. And there's a whole host of 177 more networks. And you can send that over. It'll put your wallet address in there. And like I said, you can send it to Ethereum right here. And I've sent $100 over and it didn't charge me, but maybe less than 50 cents to bridge. So anytime I send over to Ethereum, it's with gas.zip. And now they're increasing the amount, because before you could only send up to $50 in one transaction, and now you can send, let's see, Ethereum. Okay, it looks like up to 2,500 now. So pretty wild that they can do that. And these are all the chains that you can send from. So great. And this is built from the Layer 0 team. So yeah, I know Windows 98, it's the Layer 0 team built this, and they wanted it to be as simple as possible and just able to let you bridge gas tokens over, instant one-stop refuel bridge for 350 plus chains. And you can send tokens over to testnet and they have testnet faucets where you can get your testnet tokens. So I use this quite a bit. But yeah, save this. And oh my God, the fucking you've got mail. Damn. Oh man, I remember it was the mid 90s. I came home from baseball practice one night, and my parents had just got America Online, and I was like in the fucking chat rooms and shit, and like it was so wild. Yeah, it was great. Ellie, that was probably before you were born. Oh man. But yeah, so I would send a little bit of Ethereum using this bridge just so you get the completed thing right here. And you will get Plume points for completing this. Now, minting PUSD, which is Plume USD, which is their fully backed stable coin, and you can use it as collateral. And you can mint it from here, but it is on the Ethereum network that you have to mint from. So what I recommend is checking either in your wallet where you can see the Ethereum network fees right now. So it's 0.6 GWE, or Etherscan. So Etherscan, you can see what the gas fees are like. So right now it's pretty cheap. And what I did was I bridged the other night, I think, or minted the other night. And it cost me like $1.50. So what you want to do to get this, yeah, it was yesterday. So it cost me $1.50 to mint 11 cents worth of PUSD, because I didn't really, I'm just doing it to get the Plume points, so I didn't really care to mint a lot, and it was cheap enough that I can mint PUSD by swapping it on a DEX. But in order to get that completed right here, so yeah, save that gas.zip. Great tool. But do this when the gas fees are low, like under 1 GWE for sure. Now, when it'll take a while for these to complete or show up as completed. Now we'll swap on Rooster, which is their flagship real-world asset decentralized exchange, and on Ambient Finance, which is another one. You can swap on here, and I think they have their liquidity pools. Yeah. So their volume's creeping up. They did, or was that Royco? Which one? No, okay, I thought I had them mixed up. Yeah. So I put my liquidity into this PUSD and Plume pool on the Rooster. Hey, come to snuff the rooster. Oh, yeah. Great song. Okay, Ambient. I'm just going to make a little swap on here. Not connect. BitConnect. So make sure you make a swap on here so you can get that little check, right? That completed. And you can swap any token. There's no requirement. So you can come here and swap into PUSD if you want, which I will do right here. I'll just swap 5 Plume into PUSD. This is the output, wallet, all that good stuff, conversion rate. Oh, Jay, nice. Oh, man, that's great. Yeah. Alice in Chains, OG. OGs. Oh, Solomon, where to claim the airdrop. So in the Plume portal right here, the Plume season, there should be a link right here, airdrop claim. Now, when you go there, make sure your VPN, I had to move to Japan for the time being because I had to move from place to place. And I think Japan worked for me. So yes, some places they are restricting VPNs, but either way, Netherlands. Yes. Sometimes it depends on the project because I've had stuff where the Philippines have worked and some where Brazil's worked and where Japan's worked, and then others, they just, oh my God, it's a nightmare. Yeah. I missed the Celestia airdrop a few years ago because of that. I wasn't able to claim because they were geo blocking us. So let's go back, and there you go. Quest complete, new badge unlocked. And you will get a badge for this. So don't think that $1.50 or whatever you spend on gas fees, minting that won't add up. Because if you at least stay active in here, you're getting these quest badges. Let's see the next one. So earn real world yields through Nest. So Nest, I use Nest in the testnet. So you can stake in the Nest Alpha Vault. Swap an alpha on Rooster and stake into the Nest Credit Vault. So all kinds of stuff that we can. I'm actually gonna leave some of this as a teaser because I won't dive deep into the step-by-steps. I'll make videos on these, so you'll have to come back for more because I'm not gonna drag this out too long since it is a solo episode. Mike's on a date. I got date plans tonight, so we won't stay too long. But I will dive into some of these other quests just to kind of give you an overview. So boost real world yields by providing liquidity. And this is where the Rooster protocol, where you can add your liquidity here. And this is the pool that I am in, this PUSD. As you can see, the total value locked is 2.55 million. And what's the 24-hour volume? I need to go back. Volume right here. Wait, that's the start of that epoch. So million, let's see, what's the epoch volume? I guess that's every day. So I don't know what okay. Because my dashboard right here, so my width is, hopefully I'm still in it. So this is my range. What, 10? No. Oh yeah, I moved it. 12.66, I think. No, that's not it. They don't really have a good way of seeing the range. Oh, right here. Okay, so if I slide across this, so the bottom end is 10 cents and the top end is 15 cents. So I got a balance of 52 PUSD and 314 Plume. It's about 100 or 90 bucks. And I don't know what my rewards are because they don't have it available yet. Oh, and yeah, Jay, a lot of bands were better when they were all they were juiced up with party favors. I don't know if you've seen the Motley Crue biopic, but that was so good. It was so good. I forget what it was called, but man, it was just so good. Yeah, so the Plume pools, that I didn't want to move all of my Plume pool from, let me see, Uniswap. because I'm still getting really good rewards on Uniswap that I don't want to lose in case I'm not getting those rewards yet here, because the liquidity hasn't, it's coming in. So you got really good, not bridge, but, you know, according to Vet's rules of DeFi, you got your pool, you know, 2.5 million that beats the 250K, and you got almost half of that in volume. So we're bringing up, you know, stuff in into this ecosystem, and it's only 3 days old or 2 days old. So we can close out of here and go back. Yeah, so let me pull up the Uniswap real quick too. Let me connect my stake wallet. Did you say steak? Oh, was that it? Dirt? Yeah, it was crazy as shit, man. They were really, I mean, I can only imagine some of the stuff. Yeah, the dirt. Yeah. Yeah, really good. That was, you know, if that's true, oh shit. Oh no, Ellie, you can start the Plume stuff. I mean, it just launched, you know, so don't feel like you missed the boat. And okay, so my Uniswap Plume pools that I'm in, I'm still earning pretty good, and it's right at the bottom of my range. So I rebalanced, you know, last week, or earlier this week, just because I knew it wasn't going to come back up into my range. So I bumped it down a little bit, and I've already made up, what I earned, you know, in losses. I've already made up in the fees. Because when I got into Plume, and this is why I don't want to give up this Plume pool yet, for this one. I haven't gone. I just want to test the waters here, but I put 1,400 in here, right? 1,400 bucks split up, so 700 in each pool. I'm down about 80 or so. Not quite 100, maybe 100 bucks. I'll just say I'm down 100 bucks, right? Now, when I entered Plume, it was up in the 17, because this was the top end of one of my ranges. So I was about here. So let's see what I've lost in, not fib. So let's just say I got in at 18, because I don't remember exactly. I think it was a little less. So what's that down here? Right now, if I would have held Plume only, that would have been a 30% loss, right? Or even, you know, yeah, close to a 30% loss. Let's say even 25%. Now, by having these Plume pools, I am only down maybe $100. So that's what, off of a 1,400, less than a percent. So I've earned enough in fees in the past month and a half to offset, or not completely offset, but pretty much like, you know, a 90% offset of losses that I've been able to generate from these Plume pools. So it's crazy how powerful it is. And I took my part of my Pengu airdrop. When it pumped up here, I cashed out half at at like a penny and a half almost, right up here. 0.014. I cashed out half. It was like, yeah, $1,400 or so. And I may have put like 30 or 40 bucks from my Initiate airdrop in here. So yeah, I'm down to maybe $100, 150. So, and even if it's 150 at most, that's 1%, and that's a lot better. Oh no, that's 10%. My bad. Still, even 10%, that's a third less than what I would have lost. So if it pumps back up, or when it pumps back up to here, I'll have way more in Plume tokens. I think I have double the Plume tokens that I have right now, than when I started. So this Plume pool has been amazing for myself. Let's see, good morning or good evening. And yeah, the mainnet launch doesn't always reflect price action, price movement. And you can see Celestia, USDT. Celestia are building, they have amazing tech, but as you can see, the price doesn't always reflect that. So a lot of stuff that just got hit, especially after the Trump token pump and dump. But yeah, looking at this Plume portal, you got the staking features right here where you can stake your Plume tokens and earn APY. I have a little bit that I staked in here. There is an unstake period where it's 3 weeks or 21 days to process. I don't remember how much I have staked in here at the moment. My Rabbi wallet. Yeah, only 25 Plume. I just put some in there just to stake. And let's see, what else? You got the swap feature right here, where you can swap on the Plume Network right from this dashboard. You can explore the different dApps. They got the bridge, DEXs, derivatives, earn, gaming. Remember to check out the badges to make sure that where is it at? Profile. Check the badges to see what it takes to get those badges. Interact with 3 dApps in the earn category, in the DEX category, interact with at least 7 dApps, refer at least 5 users, 10-day spin streak, and receive Royco boost. So Royco, let's check out Royco. Earn real-world asset yields, Plume incentives, and ecosystem points. So here are the vaults. USDC vault, Bitcoin vault, and Ethereum vault are coming soon. The markets, so yeah, and Royco and Plume are distributing 150 million in Plume as part of Season 2 incentive campaign. Join royalty. Let's check this out. Let's join some royalty in here. Okay, we'll create our account. BCR 142, and I need funds. Prove funds. Okay, connect more assets to move up. Verify your email. All right, let's see here. Real world assets. Oh, assets, sorry. No real, we only like real assets here. None of that BBL assets. None of that faux BBL. Although I like my ladies, I like a little meat on, the bone. So a little slim thick, as some of the homies like to say. So join the royalty and check the portfolio. Who's a Big Sean, Slim Thick? Good song. This will show your portfolio. Let's see, earn. Deposit, earn up to 14%. All natural. Yes. Yes, yes. And that synthetic stuff. Man, I remember that song, Unpretty by TLC. And in the 90s, music videos were huge, man, with the Total Request Live and all that shit. But that song, Unpretty, the music video just fucking terrified me, because it's this girl that goes to get, a boob job and plastic surgery, and it just like really was, whoa, that's intense. So, only do it if you really need, like, massive reconstructive surgery or something. I had a bike accident when I was in high school, and I went over the handlebars and my face hit the pavement first, and I have this scar right here on my eye, and I went to go get plastic surgery or like something to help cover it up, but it was going to give me a lazy eye, and I said, fuck that, I'll just have the scar. So it was pretty cool. My dad had to rinse there was like a flap of skin, and he had to rinse dirt out, and it was pretty wild. I got pictures of it somewhere. I'm wrapped up like a mummy. But head bounced off the pavement, and I turned out to be an engineer, so go figure. Sometimes CTE don't always cause I'm not going to say the R word, but a little slow. I'm slow sometimes, but we can oh yeah, I got barbed wire. I ran into a barbed wire fence one night, so I got cuts on my stomach, so all kinds of wild stuff. But the life of a young buck, man. Oh, and the barbed wire fence, my brother was behind me and ran into the back of me. I had to stop right before the fence, and he came piling right into me. And yeah, dude, I was a little kid too, like 15 years old, 16, and I was a little scrawny kid, and he was much bigger than me, so it was a lot of force. But that was a night at the hospital again. So yeah, if you don't love your family enough, sometimes they cause you pain, and other times they cause or can bring you massive comfort and love and joy. As that same person that ran into the back of me was with me at the music festival a few weeks ago, and me and him had the time of our lives. So one of the best days of my life. It was great. But yeah, they can take you all over the place. Love your family, give them hugs, and teach them about crypto. And I'll kind of close with this, because we've kind of gone long and dove into kind of all this. Yeah, real quick, let me show you. Oh, Plume staking. Yeah, Plume staking, you can earn that badge. And this one, daily spin. So you can come in here and earn your daily spins. Remember, it's 2 Plume per spin. And just get these Plume PP. Get that Plume points, the Plume PPs. You got to accumulate as much PP as possible on here. But yeah, no, just take time for yourself. I'll end with this. Let me bring myself up, but take time for yourself and your family and your loved ones, as Mike is doing right now, as I did a few weeks ago, and I'm taking myself out tonight. So, just enjoy life and the ones around you, your friends, family. And I appreciate all of you in the chat out there on the Twitter spaces. Jump in our Discord, like I was sharing earlier. We got a lot of cool stuff. We got the DeFi pools that everyone's sharing, and portfolios, DeFi protocols, hot projects. And yeah, just really trying to spread the love, the good word of DeFi, and also these airdrops too. I will be covering our DCA profile that I have here on Monday when Mike is back, and going into some of the testnet projects that I've been working on with this wallet. Completely free, none of my money or Mike's money invested in it. So we'll see how that goes. Going pretty good. So getting interactions, but yeah, let's see who else. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, sorry, I missed you earlier, Stan. So you attempted Plume stake feature with no success. Yeah, I'll try it again tomorrow. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Doobie Doo, Sack Nasty, Jay, Stan, Ellie, Deadwood, Solomon, or Solomane. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Solomon. Who else? Moo XXC. And who else do we got? Man. Oh, y'all are on some different ones. Anyone on X? Yeah, if anyone is on X and ever wants to chat, we got all the chat going on in the YouTube channel. But yeah, I just appreciate all of you so much. Check out our other channels. I post pretty much daily on my airdrop channel, and I got a Discord too where we share a lot of testnet stuff. And yeah, we got a lot of cool shit coming. A lot of cool, great alpha, hot projects coming that are gonna be. I don't know. I got one that I'm gonna have a surprise for here soon. So yeah, I'm bringing a project's cartoon character, or not cartoon character, but one of their kind of mascots to life soon. So stay tuned for that. But I appreciate all of you, and enjoy your weekend. Touch grass, give your loved ones a hug, and with that, Blockchain Report out.